I had an epiphany.
Okay.
And it said, the Redskins,
The who now?
The football, Washington,
Mm-hmm.
going to the Super Bowl in the next 2 years. And let me tell you why.
Whoa, okay.
Hello, welcome everyone to another episode of Spikes and Heels. I'm Gwen.
And I'm Sabrina.
And we're just so delighted to have you with us.
Yes, we are. We're excited. There's a lot to talk about. This playoff picture is shaping up.
Shaping up, and ain't. All right, let's get right into it. So, the Jets finally won.
It's a miracle, but it's a miracle that might come to bite them in the butt, I think. Because now they are tied with the Jaguars for that first draft pick. So I don't know if it was a win or not. It might have been a loss win. I don't know. I mean, at this point, I'm not that you tank on purpose. You never do that. But if you win at this point, you're kind of hurting yourself.
It kind of, yeah.
Yeah, so they beat the Rams, which nobody saw coming. Sean McVay should have known better than that. He should have been ready. They must have overlooked them trying to get to the last two games or whatever. They shouldn't have ever let that happen.
And that's usually what happens. Like the teams that are riding for the playoffs or in the playoffs, they kind of like look at their schedule and they kind of focus in on the ones like, well, we need to practice for them and overlook the Jets because trust me, I would have. They were on my schedule. I would have overlooked them. So,
well, Jets, I guess I could say congratulations. I think congratulations.
I was actually happy for the Jets because no one wants to have a winless season. So I was happy for them.
Me too. Congratulations, I think.
Congratulations, Jet fans. Rachel Ray and the other two.
Wow. Okay.
Okay. Sabrina, you are crazy. So Sabrina, let's get into our neighbors, the Ravens.
Okay.
They had that game on Monday night last week was the game of the decade. I have to say that so far. When I tell you that kid showed up and showed out.
And who's the kid?
I'm sorry, Lamar Jackson.
Gwen loves Lamar Jackson. You would think Gwen and Lamar are related. She loves Lamar.
No, Sabrina, but I love, okay, I'm a defensive girl, so I'm really not impressed with the quarterback. You're supposed to do all that stuff. But I tell you, he came out that locker room like Superman and jumped back in the game. It's 4th and 5, Sabrina. It's 4th and 5. They got to score or the game is over. The Browns win. Now, keep in mind that they have to switch places with the Browns in their division because the Browns is one game up, but they have to switch places to get in because the Ravens are in the 8th spot already. The Browns are in 6th. The Ravens are in 8th. They have to switch spots with them or they're not going to the playoff. This is how serious it was. Lamar came out the locker room running. 4th and 5. Man, that was when they went back and forth, back and forth, back and forth.
That was the best part.
Oh my God.
And forth. It was like, who was going to get the last swing? That was the best game ever.
That's what I'm looking for. I'm telling you, Sabrina, that AFC this year going to be all the games. Don't get me wrong. Kudos to the NFC. We kind of know who's going between three teams now. The Packers, the Saints, and the Seahawks. You're going to see two out of those three in our conference final. But the AFC, it's a coin toss.
It's a beast.
Who's going to win?
And I must say, and I mentioned this last week, I was actually sad that the Browns lost the game against the Ravens because I'm rooting for the Browns. Me and Gwen were talking about this before we started recording. I love a good underdog, and the Browns have been down for. So let me just explain something. So the Browns ended up moving to Baltimore in like 96-ish, 95-ish. And so the Browns were out of the league for several years and came back just before like 2000 or whatever. And since they've come back as the Browns, they haven't won any. They went to the playoffs one time, and they've never won a playoff game since they've come back as the Browns. So it's been like 17 years, and I just want to see them win. I'm so happy for their fans. I want them to win.
You want them to win, but I'm gonna have to work on that football heart. You got a sweet heart and a football brain, but it's about Sabrina.
I want to see the Browns go.
You, the Ravens and the Browns was the game of the century.
It was.
I mean, not the century, the game of the decade. Mm-hmm. It was just so. I ain't seen a game like that in years.
That was a wonder. I didn't want it to end. I really didn't. I didn't want it to end. It was great.
So this is how it looks for the Ravens. Even though the Ravens are doing great while playing great football right now, they're still outside of the playoff picture. Mm-hmm. They have to switch places with the Browns and within their conference because you have the Steelers that are going, and then you have the Browns that are in the 6th spot. So 3 teams can go for a conference. They have the best records, but right now the Browns are in the 8th spot. So they need to switch places with the Browns or that team that's in 7. I think that's Miami. That's in 7.
Yeah, the Dolphins. Yeah.
So the Dolphins have to lose, and the Ravens got to win out. There's no more. You can't even sacrifice the game. They have to win these last 2 games, and one of the other teams, either the Browns or the Dolphins, have to lose.
Whew, well, I hope you get what you want with Mr. Lamar. I hope you get it.
Man, that kid, man, I'm about to put the purple S on his chest. Good night, Irene.
All right, staying with the AFC, we're going to talk about the New England Patriots. They make the playoffs every year. You don't even have to think about it, except this year. They are out of the playoffs for the first time since like 08, 07.
12 years.
12 years. And so I know the Patriots fans do not know what to do with themselves. It's a little strange not seeing them in the playoffs. Well, that's going to be weird.
They woke up sad this morning.
I know
we called it when we first started Spikes and Hills. We said they're not going. I mean, the system works, which you have to have comparable and good pieces. And I just don't think Cam is that person.
He's not.
You know, they lost Gronk. So that was great. Having that beast mode tight end helps out when you have, because then you have 3 options. You have 2 usable wide receivers, and then you have that tight end. So you have 3 options to throw to.
I just thought Belichick was such a genius. I really did, that he would be able to at least eke them into a wild card spot. And he ain't even do that. I'm just
not with them.
I mean, I ain't mad about it because I've never been a Patriots fan.
Me either. But it's kind of odd not to see them. Yes. And to say the Dolphins going and the Patriots now is incredible.
I know they are so happy in that division that they finally stand a chance.
Yeah, exactly. Because for years it was all Patriots.
Automatic almost. So, oh boy, Patriots fans, I hope you got your tissue this morning. I'm so sorry.
They'll be all right.
They will.
They get in our world. They know the off season goes by really fast, and you put the past behind you. You move forward. So
that's right.
So when you think about it, Sabrina, Tom got drafted in 2000. They won their first Super Bowl in 02. So they've won 6 since then. So it's like, you know, for them not to even be in the playoff picture at all, it's like this is a shock to the system.
Yeah.
Whereas the Bills, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead, Gwen.
So the Bills and the Dolphins have always been the stepsisters.
Yep. They're like hoping to make it and wanting to make it. And they're like, this is great. This is great.
Great for them. So if anybody I'm rooting for the Bills to go far.
Not over the Browns.
Sabrina, you and them Browns, you work on your football hard. Because you and them Browns, y'all got some kind of love relationship.
That's how you are with Lamar.
Yeah, but see, this is the difference.
Ain't no difference.
Listen, you caught me. I can't even.
We got our reasons.
Out of that one.
I was gonna say, it's like romance. Like you got our reasons for loving.
Exactly. I have because he's my brother from another mother.
Oh my God.
He's on with that hair. Lord, Sabrina. I'm sorry.
Okay, I do agree about the hair, but you know.
What is it?
I don't know.
Is he like communicating with Martians or something? What's up with the hair?
His hair always bothers me, but maybe he's trying to accomplish something.
Sabrina.
Maybe he's got it like that because he's on his way somewhere with it.
Sabrina. I'm gonna come with my own theory. I think he's trying to keep the chicken heads at bay.
Listen, there's no, you ain't gonna keep, he could be in a potato sack with his hair sticking up like this and it will still come to him because women, some women are like, which is sad.
It's no way. With all the money this dude have with endorsements and everything, I know Coco or Sequita or LaWanda or one of them can hook his plaits up better than that.
They can.
What
He
is he
can
doing?
get
Come
anybody
on,
in the
dude.
world to do his hair.
That's the only thing. That's my only problem with Lamar. Get rid of them plaits.
But
I didn't like what Griff. At least when Griff had his, they were neat and cornrows.
I didn't like Griffin's.
And I didn't like them either, but they were much neater than Lamar's.
Yeah. And we know this is not football related, but it's just a female thing.
This is how we feel. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Do something with that. Once he cut that hair, I'm gonna give me a Lamar shirt.
So you're not gonna get the shirt till he cut his hair?
I really can't because I can't betray my team, but nah, I gotta find a reason to keep me from getting it. He not gonna ever cut it, so I can't never buy one. You got these beautiful stats, you doing well, and then they put your picture up there, and you looking like Julio's adopted child. That is done.
Yeah, he does need to do something with his hair. I mean, he doesn't have to, that's his hair, but
Right.
I would love to see him do something.
Me too. Sabrina.
Okay, I'm gonna think of something else. And so we just talked about the Patriots. The Dolphins just beat the Patriots yesterday. And so the Dolphins are the 7th seed in the AFC playoff picture.
And the Bills monkey stomped the Broncos. They beat them by 22.
Yeah.
So the Bills are going to be like the team to beat. It's going to be the Chiefs, the Bills, and man, that AFC is just going. Boy, I can't wait.
So many.
I can't wait. Who won't take it?
Almost down to like the 6th seed or something.
Exactly.
Everybody. And I'm not even the AFC person, but the AFC
either
this year they are on it.
That's the conference to watch because, just my opinion, whoever wins that is going to win the whole thing.
So you think the AFC is going to win the Super Bowl?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Also wrapping up the AFC discussion, the Titans beat the Lions, and the Titans are in the 4th seed. So congratulations so far, Titans fans.
And lastly, we have the Colts and the Texans, and the Colts won.
Yeah, which they should have. That was
I like Sean.
I do too, but they're not as good a team as the Colts. So if they had lost, that wouldn't have been too good.
Yeah, that's true.
All right, now we wrapped up our AFC discussion. Let's move to the NFC, which is why Gwen has that look on her face.
But I called it. We called it. We did say if Adams didn't play, we would lose. But let's get down to the nitty gritty of all of this, Sabrina. Mm-hmm. While watching that game, I had an epiphany.
Okay.
And it said, the Redskins.
The who now?
The football Washington
mm-hmm.
going to the Super Bowl in the next 2 years. And let me tell you why.
Whoa, okay.
Let me tell you why.
Uh-huh.
Not because it's my team, but you got to look at the whole scheme of things.
Okay. This is huge.
You got 3 players that's playing way outside of what we expected them to.
Who?
Chase, McLaurin, and
Sweat.
Okay. Right? The defense is done. We need a quarterback that can carry us. It could be we can use Nick Foles in this position.
Yeah, somebody that's
somebody that's going to at least do the minimum, average. How about that?
Yeah.
The defense is stopping them.
Mm-hmm.
We need a corner because between Darby and the other one, they just missing. That game we lost yesterday was 1 tackle. Remember when dude broke the tackle on the line and he went for the 50 yards and got the touchdown?
It was 1 tackle and also
1 tackle away from
extra point, which ticked me off.
Come on now. But let me get back to my theory.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
They weigh under salary cap, Sabrina. We can actually get some people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So it's all about the draft. This is where the Washington team makes the stupidest moves when it comes to the draft. So Sabrina and I are going to have 6 eyes, not 4, on this draft this year. We need a quarterback and we need a corner. And I promise you, if everything else stays in place, that front offensive line start working, getting better blocking, we're going. That defense, as good as it is right now, can get better with we missing one piece on the defense.
Yeah.
We need a corner and maybe a free safety.
I was going to say we need a safety as well.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm concerned about the offensive line, which you mentioned. I think they need some work. I think that was a part of our loss. It was 3rd and 15 or something yesterday. Haskins got sandwiched because they did not block for him. I feel like we need some better offensive line.
We need a new offensive coach. Maybe he's not good. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
But if the perfect storm happens, we get a corner and a safety, they improve that offensive line, we Super Bowl contenders because that defense is stout the way it is. Yeah, I feel it. We're going soon, Sabrina.
Man, listen.
If they keep those same pieces, I bet you Kerr can keep his butt still now. You can smell it.
Right.
Like this may be the piece I've been waiting for 10 years. Let me play. Yeah. You still gonna get your money. Let me just switch out with Sweat every now and then. I'm telling you, Sabrina. But getting back to the laws, I knew that was gonna happen.
Yeah.
Like we said, Russell is a Washington's killer. Russell we can't seem to figure this dude out. We can't, and it happens all the time. Am I upset? No, because we're still in first place because
the Eagles lost and the Giants lost.
There we go.
And I think we need another wide receiver too.
We do. We need because I was ready for Logan to get in the game and start quarterbacking until Haskins got it together.
Now, how do you think Haskins did?
I'm not mad. He did better than I expected him to do. I didn't even expect that out of him. And I think I'm his biggest cheerleader. But I didn't expect that out of him, Sabrina. I'm not mad. He did what...
I'm too hard on him, I think. I'm too hard because he got a lot of yards. He brought us back in the second half, but he also had 2 interceptions.
Exactly.
One of which was not his fault fully.
Yeah. How do they put that on the quarterback if you throw it to the person and the wide receiver don't catch it and tip it up? That should be on the wide receiver, not on me. I think
that's a good point. Wide receivers should have interception stats too.
Exactly. That was on you because you should have caught the ball that I threw to you. I threw it straight to you. You touched it. You didn't catch it properly, and then somebody else got lucky.
So anyhow.
I wasn't mad. I mean, we was texting back and forth at first.
Yeah, we were.
Second half, you could see him calming down. Because Alex is over there in his ear talking to him. Yeah. You can see him calming down.
And I don't know if you saw this at the end of the game. Dwayne was walking off the field and he looked kind of dejected. He was walking real slow. And here comes Chase running into the picture. And Chase put his arm around him. And started, he put his arm around him and was like, come on. And so you could see Haskins' whole demeanor. He picked up and he started jogging.
Yeah.
I love Chase's leadership.
I swear.
He's so young.
They was at Ohio State together.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I can't even be mad at Dan because Dan did everything to make this kid successful. You know, he got the Ohio State offensive coach. To come to our team. He got McLaurin. McLaurin got drafted before Haskins. He a year before Haskins. So McLaurin was already here. So why not add Haskins, right?
Right.
And now you got Chase last, So he got his family.
Yeah.
That was a beautiful moment.
That was a beautiful
picture of that because that's what it's all about. Holding each other up. They got to develop this kid out. The whole off season, he need to be at somebody camp.
Right.
Understand it because he has the talent. I just think he gets ahead of himself or gets anxious.
I think it's the internal stuff. All right.
Well, we lost, but like, do we care?
No harm, no foul. No harm, no foul. Thank God. But
they in first place.
So
they got us winning these next 2 games, Sabrina.
So let's talk about the next games. We play the Panthers next, which is Coach Rivera's old team. So I think
we're gonna win.
We should win that. Now the Giants, poor Giants, they play the Ravens next.
Yeah, and they're gonna lose.
They're gonna lose. And then Philly plays Dallas next. The Cowboys.
They gonna win. They might lose.
Yeah, that's iffy. That's 50-50 to me.
Yeah, they may lose. And then they play us the last game.
Correct.
And we need to beat them.
So I think we have the easiest way next week.
That's why there's 74% chance that we're gonna win the conference. Could you believe that? That we're gonna win the conference.
Girl, if we go to them playoffs, I'm not gonna be Holly.
Long as we get past Russell. If we get Russell in the first game, we're done.
Mm-hmm. Right now, if it were today, we would play the Rams, who just lost yesterday to the Jets. But we wouldn't face the Seahawks first.
Okay.
Okay. Well, these next 2 weeks are gonna be huge.
Hey, Sabrina, Dez caught a touchdown pass. I was like,
wow.
oh my God. Lamar and Dez, if they get Dez going,
yeah, that could be a good combination.
Oh my, and as much as I don't like him, you have to give him credit for his talent.
Mm-hmm.
When he did that, I was like, okay, he coming back. And that was the first time he had caught a pass in over 1,000 days.
I know he was like, it probably felt like gold to him. Like, I'm in the end zone. I got a touchdown.
Yeah. I'm telling you, Sabrina, keep your eye on them Ravens.
Gwen and these Ravens.
Drew Brees returned to the field today. Yeah. Unfortunately, they lost. But fortunately enough, their record is so good that they're like we are this week. Like, it happens, you know. Mm-hmm. But we kind of knew they were going to lose. Well, this would have been a hard-fought game anyway because they were playing the Chiefs.
Right. So I don't hate them for losing this game. I mean, anybody.
Who that nation should have almost kind of expected it. Mm-hmm. But I feel like when they have these phenomenal quarterbacks like Lamar, Rodgers, Brady, Breeze, their fan base cannot accept the loss. Like every game they play, they gotta win because they have the best quarterbacks in the world, in their opinion. Yeah. But it was his first game back. He was a little rusty. Yeah, he started off very slow. Several incomplete passes, but he revved it up that second half. They came back. They just didn't have it. They ran out of time. Yeah, they did. So I think they'll be fine. They're still second seed. They'll be fine. And actually, they could still compete with the Packers to be the first seed. So it's not over. Correct. This is why no one has still clinched because it's so close between them two. They have both of them have to win out. Mm-hmm. You know, so whoever loses first gets second seed. Yeah, and just to remind everybody, this year is the first year that they're doing 7 teams on each side, AFC and NFC, to go to the playoffs. We talked about that. So 7 teams from each side. You get that one extra team this year. So we see how it all ends. Yes. Seattle clinched a playoff berth. This is their 8th time in 11 years. Kind of almost expected with Russell. He's very talented. I saw a stat. He's the only one that's done this so fast at his age. Because I don't know if you remember, Russell won the Super Bowl his second year, first or second year, because him and Griff came out together, remember? Oh, yeah. They came out to draft together. Yeah. And I feel like, so Russell has always been, you know, I make jokes and stuff, but I like Russell a lot. Yeah, and he's I predicted them to go to the ship because I feel like they can do it. Yeah, they can. So this was part of, I expected this, but congratulations to the Seahawks. Congratulations. And lastly, for the NFC, we're going to mention that Tampa Bay held on to beat the Atlanta Falcons. They were down at least 14 at one point when I saw, but they came back. Tom did what he had to do. And Tampa Bay is still holding on to that 6th seed out of the 7. So 2 more weeks left. Okay. I don't care what you say. I'm not. Okay, you got it? Mm-hmm. Okay. What's wrong with you? I don't know. All right, Sabrina, I'm going to count you down from 10. Get it together. Okay. Okay. I gotta please let me be and come back. I swear. Oh my God. Sabrina can't hold her laugh, so all I have to do is make a face. She's gonna bust out laughing and watch this when she comes back. Yeah, come back. Whew. All right, I think I might have it this time. I don't know why that thing was funny to me, girl. Okay.
No,
Maddie?
see, you're looking at me funny. Don't make faces. Do not make faces.
I'm not gonna look at you.
All right, so now let's look at the AFC and NFC playoff pictures.
So first place we have the Chiefs, the Steelers, the Bills, the Titans, the Browns, the Colts, the Dolphins. On the bubble. These are the two teams. If once two teams within their division loses that's already in the top 7, they can switch places. And that would be the Ravens and the Raiders. Okay, and these are the teams that are terminated, out, eliminated. No way they making it. On a wing and the prayer is done. The Jets, the Jaguars, the Bengals, the Texans, and the Patriots.
That's crazy sounding.
Denver is out too.
Yeah. Okay.
Wow, that's good. That's phenomenal.
So that's the AFC. I'm going to go over the NFC. All right. Number 1 seed is the Packers. 2nd seed, Saints. Then followed by the Seahawks, boo. Washington, 4th seed. Then the Rams, the Buccaneers, and the Cardinals. The team in the 8th seed, hoping that somebody above them loses, is the Chicago Bears. And Gwen is going to tell us which NFC teams are completely eliminated, because I don't have that pulled up.
The Falcons, the Panthers, 49ers, and the Lions.
Okay, so it's amazing how it's not really that many teams that are out, which means if you out, you did bad. If you out this year, you just stunk it up.
Now, I had a couple of comments last week from our tutorial. If you haven't seen it, please go and watch it, because I gave a certain ex-football player kudos as being so fine. And everybody in my mother father came after me. He ain't cute. What you seeing him? Blah, blah, blah. To each his own.
Each his own. That's right.
I love the fact that he's tall, he's articulate. When he put on them suits on NFL at noon, turn to Channel 5 at noon on Sunday.
Fox, whatever your Fox is.
Woo! It's on Fox. That's what I'm talking about.
Listen here.
Gonzalez!
He's not my cup of tea, you know.
And I particularly don't like him like that, but I just like him. He just got the full package to me. But don't be coming at me about who I like who you like. Now, if I had my pick in the hole, it would be Tony and Idris.
And what's funny is Idris, Idris, whatever, Elba, and they look totally different. So it's just about
exactly that persona, what you like.
Okay.
So, girl, please. He wasn't even all that fine. He's talking about my husband looks better. Ain't nobody talking about you and your husband. That's why he your husband. That's your opinion. I'm just saying, for far as tight ends in the NFL, he's now an analyst. He's articulate. He's married, so this is just kudos to the brother. But he's a well put together package. Now he always dresses nice, you know. So I just like Tony, and it doesn't hurt that I can wink at him every now and then. Everybody needs to stay tuned. These last games. It's too many division or places that's not already locked. And lastly, fam, our hearts and prayers and condolences go out to the Morris family. Jennie Morris, the first lady to ever record live from a Super Bowl, the first woman broadcaster, died last Monday in her home in Chicago at the age of 85. She would be greatly missed.
Yeah, she was a pioneer, and we send our honor, respect to her family, and thank you to Kanita, one of our watchers, for bringing this to our attention.
And I'm so proud of Kanita, because Kanita don't even like football, but now she sees fit to send us segments. I'm telling you, Sabrina, in a minute, it's going to be one little other box right there. You reeling her in.
Bring on the box. And we're going to show Kanita in her Spikes and Heels shirt. Hopefully, if she cooperates and agrees. She won our contest a couple weeks back, and we sent her the shirt. So, Kanita, send us your picture, in your Spikes and Heels shirt, and we'll feature you on next week's show.
Got it. And kudos to Kay sending us football stuff.
All right, everybody, that wraps up another episode of Spikes and Heels. We enjoyed the show today and all the discussions. We will be back on Wednesday of this week to do our next segment of Football for Beginners. So if you want to learn about the defensive players and what all of their jobs are, be sure to join us on Wednesday. But for now, we're going to sign off. I'm Sabrina.
And I'm Gwen.
And we'll see you soon.
Stay safe. Love someone. Bye. Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Spikes and Heels. I'm Sabrina. I'm tired, Sabrina.
I'm tired.
I need some coffee, some stuff.